And hello everyone, hello, it's been a whole week. It has been a whole week since I've been live. Hopefully you all can hear me just fine. It looks like the audio is audioing on my end. So how has everyone been in this last week? Thank you again to everybody who casted those votes. It is unanimously for Zubat. How interesting is that? Very, very interesting to see that all playing out. Hello, Jay Friars. Hello to all the doers in the chat. Hopefully you all enjoyed that nostalgic hit as I set up the stream. So we are going to be erasing this Meltan. That's the name of it, right? Meltan. That seems correct. It's kind of like drawing a lug nut on top of a Ditto, you know? He's got the coolest name. That's why I voted for him. That's good. Never got into Pokemon games. Just not enough for you to play. I understand that. Concept of Pokemon themselves are dope. Anyone got Rex for games? If you're looking for Pokemon Rex, I'm sure many of us here could give you some suggestions. But as far as games like Pokemon, if anybody has any ideas for Pokemon-like video games, I'm sure people are very interested in knowing about that. Yesterday was Pokemon Day. That is true. It was the 29th anniversary of Pokemon Red and Green being released in Japan. How fun is that? So we're going to say goodbye to this Meltan. I know this is a Meltan. And I'm going to start with a Zubat. So the illustration is going to be loosely based. More than loosely. It's going to be kind of hardly loose. What's the opposite of tightly? Kind of tightly based on the Rocket Zubat Pokemon card art, but I'm going to try to take some creative liberties with it. I don't really like how the other wing looks in the picture, so what I'm going to do, I wonder if I can I don't think I'm going to show the illustration for this one. I'm just going to work on the Etch A Sketch drawing, you know? I think it would be nice to just kind of do what I do. Also, I got a headache right before starting this stream. So that's kind of unfortunate. I did take some medication. I'm waiting for it to kick in, but I feel like the headache is starting here. Very weird spot for it to start, and it's going all the way back to this part of my head. It's just it's like a sinus feeling, but it's not. I had garlic naan with my lunch, and I think it was the garlic and the garlic naan that triggered it. So I'm going to take it slow. We're going to be relaxed today. We're going to hang out, and hopefully the medication will do its thing. As a reminder, we do have the lovely YouTube gifts. For those of you in the US, if you tap that gift icon, I will be prioritizing those for commissions today. Pokemon cards were first released on yours and Friday's birthday? That's a cool fact. Was Friday's birthday on a Friday? I'm curious. Alright, so I'm going to start... Oh, I actually already started my starting spot, but I'm going to start right here. I'm going to try to be a little bit more loosely based for this one. Medication is ibuprofen. Not Adderall. I don't know why that was the first conclusion you jumped to. I'm only on one medication that just ran out, and I need to go to the doctor to get it again, which sucks. And that is for my thyroid. Alright. We are starting Zubat. Ah, Frida's. Maybe that's what you meant. I'm like, Friday's birthday. Alright, so we're gonna draw... I already feel like I made the wing a little bit too... or the ear a bit skinny, but... I don't know if I hate that. To anyone just now joining in, my name is Jane. I go by Princess Such. I am an Etch A Sketch artist, and today I am Etch A Sketching Zubat. This is slow and steady for me, I suppose. Alright, you know, I don't hate that he's got giant ears. There we go. Yeah, I do feel like my sinuses are kind of Does garlic have an impact on sinuses? Can anybody answer that question? I feel like the answer to that is yes, because I do feel like weird sinus pressure, and I think it is like a sinus headache that I have right now. I've been keeping a headache journal on my phone for the last few years, and I noticed something really interesting today. I noticed that every entry, now I don't do the best job of marking in my phone every time I get a headache, but every single entry was between October and March. I don't know what's up with that. Is it based on weather? That's what I feel. Hello, Lachlan. Welcome to the stream. It's anti-inflammatory, so it's meant to do the opposite. So I was reading up on, I've just noticed that garlic specifically has been a common food that has, that I have eaten in some way, shape, or form before I get a headache. And there are studies that show that apparently it is a rare trigger for some. Oh, you have Sudafed spray for nasal. I don't know if we have that in the US. Sudafed is a controlled substance in the US. I assume it's controlled in other places. But I don't feel any nasal blockage right now. Like, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's me breathing through my nose. The nasal cavities are clear, but I do feel like a sinus pressure. Am I perhaps part vampire? Maybe. I think so. So this is my theory. Cooked garlic, I'm good with. Raw garlic, I think, is the source of if I get a headache. If it's undercooked garlic, so I don't know if maybe there was like too much garlic in the naan. I just feel like there was something specific. That's my working theory. So hopefully you could get over the counter. I got Sudafed once in my life. It was over the counter, but when I got the Sudafed over the counter, I had to scan my state ID. So they keep track of who buys Sudafed in the US, and you can't buy too much because it's, if there's anything I've learned from Breaking Bad. By the way, thank you to everybody who has double tapped that screen so far. To all my lovely mobile viewers. A digital Etch A Sketch with analog knobs to allow for multicolor. So once upon a time there was a digital version of Etch A Sketch, which from my understanding, which really mimicked the experience and the feel of an analog Etch A Sketch. There was a Kickstarter campaign for it, and unfortunately, the campaign did not reach full funding. There are like a lot of digital Etch A Sketches, but they don't feel like the real deal. Oh, I'm so sad. I drew the Zubat too low. I won't be able to draw its little tail bits. Never heard of that, Lachlan. Ah, well. I don't know if this particular Zubat will make it to the decks. Did you know the day after tomorrow is the 60th anniversary of The Sound of Music being released? Is it that soon? Really? I thought it was a little later than the day after tomorrow. That is fantastic. I've been seeing a countdown on The Sound of Music social media, but did not realize that it was that soon. Oh, I don't know what I said or did that cost me a like. Alas. It really do be like that. Alright, so I'm gonna go a little off the grid. Oh, I wish I drew this higher up. This is what happens when you take a week off of drawing on an Etch A Sketch. Oh, the Zubat tail. I see. I see. I know. I wish I drew it higher up. It's so sad seeing how low it is. I might even grab another Etch A Sketch and use this as a reference if I like how it looks enough, and then draw this again. Instead of erasing it, I'll just use it as like reference material because I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'll have to show you all the reference image I'm using, and you'll see like where I took my creative liberties. 1 second, I've got to scratch my back. I have no idea what inspired me to start so low on the screen. Alright, there we go. Oh, my back is still itchy. Alas. The rare rough draft Etch. Yeah, even the wings I wish were a little bit lower. Alright. We'll use it as reference material. That's what I'm gonna do. I kind of like the bean shape. I like the symmetry too. This is a rare time when I feel like I centered it pretty well as well. Ah, F's in the chat. Alright. This will be the rough draft. Alright. It looks cool. Thanks, Jonathan, for popping in. Everyone. Give a girl some legs. Thank you. If you would draw it in perspective, I could draw the tail pointing toward us and then we're safe. I can't, it's looking, I'm looking at it on my OBS to see like what it looks like probably. Oh, Lachlan! Oh, that is so sweet of you, Lachlan. Thank you for that 20th super chat. I'll let you all vote. How about that? I love that. I'll let you all decide. One moment. Let's create a poll. And when I finish this drawing, you all can vote. Whichever one you vote for is what I'll etch next. There you go. There's a poll up. Thank you, Lachlan, for that super chat. Happy to do that 5-minute drawing for you next. March 2nd, 1965. Wow. I will have to watch it as well. That is so exciting. 60th anniversary. Alright. And it's your 20th super chat. I don't know why I have... Everything is just itchy now. I don't know why. That's okay. Once I finish up the Zubat, the final poll results will determine what I'll be Etch A Sketching. So make sure to vote in that poll if you have a preference between Vanillite and Kangaskhan. Alright, we're gonna stop the drawing here. I'm gonna show you all the reference material while I'm at it. I'm just gonna do a screen share. It's easier to just do now you all see what I see. And I'm just gonna... One moment. I'll make it bigger, fear not. I'll put it here for a moment, and then I will reveal. Whoops. There we go. So that's the reference photo I was working with, so I just tweaked it a bit, you know? I just tweaked it for what you see on screen. Alright, let's delete that display capture. There we go. Your mom was a month old. My mom... Wow, that's an interesting thing to think about. My mom would have been turning 10 in like a week. Wow, that is very interesting to think about. This is when you'd share the upside down Etch A Sketch Kangaskhan and a reverse if you had one. What's up, Evelyn? Oh, I'm glad to see you here, Evelyn. All right, looks like people are getting those final votes in, so I'm going to do... I'm going to keep this reference image open. Okay. I'm just gonna pull up a quick little Kangaskhan image here. Let's see here. Found the perfect Kangaskhan image to work with. One moment, everybody. Alright. Okay, before we do the Kangaskhan, we need to vote for a drawing to erase so I can free up an Etch A Sketch. So just a moment, everyone. Alright, we are going to be voting for... Many apologies to Toby. Between Princess Bubblegum and... This is one from a while back. Some of you might remember. There we go. Bum bum bum. The Call of Duty Ghost. You all get to decide. I am starting the poll in just a moment. So we are going to be Etch A Sketching Kangaskhan next. And Kangaskhan will be replacing the drawing of your choice. So vote right meow. You all have 1 minute to decide. Three people have participated in the vote so far. 5 votes. Can we get 10 votes? We got 18 people in this room. If over half the audience votes, then that means over 50% of the people will have a say, and which drawing will disappear forever. It is an Australian Pokemon. Yes, it's got the kid. It's got its little kid in the little thing. We've got 6 votes. All right, I'm gonna be ending this poll in 3, 2, whoa! Michael Cousin, Ultimate Chaos with a $10 super chat. Wow, the rare double erase. All right, I'm gonna show them both being erased. 3, 2, 1. Poof! Wow, 2 blank canvases. So many possibilities before us. Okay. I've got an Etch A Sketch ready to go for Kangaskhan. And we've got 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Let me zoom in a bit. Here we go, everybody. 5-minute Kangaskhan. Thank you again, Lachlan, for the lovely super chat donation. I hope you enjoy how this 5-minute Kangaskhan is going to turn out. I gotta go super fast for this one. So I'm starting with the head. And I'm just gonna slowly but surely etch my way through the rest of the illustration. It's always slow but sure. I guess I should say fast but unsure. Because 5 minutes, I gotta be a little more judicious about how I etch all the details. I almost wonder if I'm drawing this too tiny because I'm realizing in retrospect how much space I have below. So maybe I should start making certain features bigger. There we go. Did anyone do anything fun over this last week? I did a lot of stuff. I went into Baltimore. I went to a museum. I went to a bunch of thrift stores, bought a lot of Etch A Sketches. Some of you may or may not have seen the video that I posted about that. The name doesn't ring a bell, but I'm sure if you stick around and I see you in more streams, I'm more likely to recognize you. When people change their display names, thank you, Michael, for pinging that. When people change their usernames, it makes it a lot harder for me to remember you. So the #1 way to make it easier for me to remember you is if you don't change your username, to be blunt. Ooh, we're at about the halfway point. Scratch my nose. Alright, this Kangaskhan is coming along. There we go. I put my, I was gonna say stylus, my mouse cursor right on top of the illustration I'm looking at. This one's kind of a challenge because it's technically 2 Pokemon. It's a baby Kangaskhan with a mama Kangaskhan. Are there ever any male Kangaskhan's born, or can they only be female? And if so, I was gonna say how are they born, but then I know about breeding eggs, so I guess you could have a male of a different Pokemon species. Alright, so there's the Kangaskhan baby. Z-baby. 1 minute and 35 left. Alright. Just realized my giant hood is probably completely eclipsing me as I etch. I did make the head too small. Well, we've got a giant Kangaskhan with a tiny head. That's okay. Alright. 1 minute left. Gotta kick it into high gear. Sometimes I feel like a printer. I do feel like I'm just like printing out images I see onto Etch A Sketch. I did make the head too small. I kind of like how tiny it is though, because it does make the rest of its body look a bit more like domineering. Like it's gonna mess you up, you know? I think this is it for the Kangaskhan. I got 17 seconds to spare. Look at that. There he is. Little Kangaskhan buddy. 5 seconds to go. It is complete. Ba, 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 ba. I'll show you all the reference material for this one. Let me just save the image on my computer for this one. And where'd it go? Well, it went presumably on my desktop, so we're gonna boop, 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 boop. I'll show you all the image. And I'll show you the bonus Kangaskhan. Let's do quick access. Heck yeah. I actually have this illustration because I have this playing card. So, as you can see, the head was a little bit larger in this illustration. But that's okay. He looks like a very large Kangaskhan. So there we go. That was fun. I'll show you the upside down Kangaskhan, which is holding this Kangaskhan. Bonus Kangaskhan! Rotate your phone 180, everyone, to gaze upon the majesty and wonder of the Kangaskhan that was holding the other Kangaskhan. This is true. All right, speaking of Avalon, now is a fantastic opportunity, if I do say so myself. I'm not ending the stream. I'm just switching the screen to show my face more. So fear not, the stream is not over yet, but I got a cool package in the mail yesterday from Avalon, and I think it's a good opportunity to open it. Let's take a look at what's inside. Can I reach it? I gotta be careful about how I show this because I don't want to dox anyone. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna, which side is which? Okay, looks like this side is good. It's a big one. It's a big package. Okay, here we go. The thing actively started resealing itself. Okay, here we go. I was like, what is going on? All right. Thanks again for tuning in, Lachlan. This came all the way from Australia, by the way. Okay. Let's see. And I'm grabbing it now. Ooh, it feels heavy. I do know what it is. Ooh. Ah! Let's take a closer look at this bad boy. It is a very cute Pokemon purse. I'm gonna switch. You know, I'll just show on this camera. Look at the cute Pokemon design. It's a lounge fly bag, and it's a little bit. Well, it went on a long journey. I'll fix the shape of it. Isn't this adorable? It's got the starters on it with pretty flowers. Let's see what the interior looks like. Oh, the interior is super cute too. It's got Pokeballs and it's got the Pokemon printed on the inside. Oh, ha! I'll just pull it out so you all can see. Thank you, Avalon. This was so sweet of you. A's in the chat for Avalon, please. That is so cute. And it's even got a little zipper pouch for more space. No, the shape of it is, it's fine. It just needs a moment. Look at that. The bottom is shaping up just fine. It's just gonna, it'll need a sec to get, once I put stuff in it, you know? Oh, this is so great. I've been needing a purse of this size too, so this is really lovely to have. I've been wanting to get a purse. My problem is I have a bunch of really fun tiny purses that barely fit anything more than my cell phone. So this is like the perfect mid-size. This is so sweet. Thank you again, Avalon. Oh, this is perfect. Like I can't wait. Where's my bag is just out of reach, but I will be transferring all of my contents into it. This will become my new, like, day bag, you know? Very much appreciated. I've got the sweetest fans! You're so sweet. Thank you very much. That was super kind of you. You should have added the tea. Oh, man. That tea is good. Avalon sends me a very good tea. Oh my gosh, I have to wear those together, Alora. I have to. That shirt has yet to make a debut on a stream, but just you wait. Oh gosh. Don't make it too... Don't feel too much pressure to do so. I know that shipping is really expensive. Alright. Let me grab... Well, we did erase both Etch A Sketches earlier, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on Mark II of the Zubat. I think that's what I'm gonna do. With Tim Tams. Tim Tams are truly, not just me, but Kyle loves the Tim Tams, the chocolatey ones. Oh. Kyle doesn't drink tea, but he does eat Tim Tams. If you make the package worthwhile, then the shipping is fine. Oh gosh, you're so sweet. Okay. I am using my other Zubat as a reference photo. How am I going to do this? Not like that. Like that. There we go. Okay, we're gonna work on the Zubat. Here we go. You need to let me know what Kyle and I love about the care package you sent before so you can make more. Ah, that's so sweet. I wish I had like a full list of, because like basically everything has been consumed. I know like chocolatey things tend to be the best for both me and Kyle. What's a Tim Tam? What isn't a Tim Tam? They're these like wafer cookie things. They're so good. We have something similar in the UK, but Tim Tams are way better. Well, we got the opinion from the British person in the chat, so that just goes to show globally we agree Tim Tams are best. That Tim Tams bringing the world together. 2 chocolate biscuits covered in chocolate. See, that's a winning combo. Chocolate covered in chocolate. Okay, so now I'm looking at my original Zubat, and I'm not even looking at the Pokemon card illustration anymore. I'm just looking at the Zubat. Okay. And now I've brought the ears like way up to the top. And the hope is to do some symmetry here. It's so much better starting this high up on the screen. They're called penguins here. They have terrible jokes on the packet. Snapples are known for having jokes in the lids. I assume they still do that. And then you can buy ice cream here in the US that has it on the... It's like popsicles, I think? They have it on the sticks. Once you finish the popsicle, it's got like knock-knock jokes. Hope I didn't offend you. Alright, so now I am redrawing the shape of the head from earlier. There we go. On our way to finishing Zubat a second time. There we go. I've been in such a Yu-Gi-Oh mood lately. In fact, yesterday my copy of the new Yu-Gi-Oh game for the Switch came in the mail, but I haven't been playing it because I've been in such a card mood overall. I've been playing so many playing card games. There's a game called Ultimate Card Games, which released for the Game Boy Advance in 2004, and I've been playing so much poker. I didn't even know I liked poker, but I do. And what's great about it is it's not a cell phone game, so I could just play it forever and I'll never get an ad. I highly recommend anybody who's got a Game Boy Advance to pick up a copy of Ultimate Card Games. It's got so many. I made the head on this one bigger than the last one. Barmy is back with a lot of capital letters there. No guessathon today. We keep ending those guessathons prematurely. I feel like it's the audience telling me they don't want them anymore, you know? Is that the case? Serena. When going out to Asian restaurants and getting fortune cookies, we aren't really getting fortunes anymore as advertisements for the companies. What? No. We still get fortune, like, the only place, well... There's a local takeout place where we get fortune cookies, but we'll get them at Panda. I feel like fortune cookies don't hit the same as they did when I was a kid in the 90s. Hey! Thanks, Large. Right now I'm Etch A Sketching a Zubat, if you're just now joining in. And this Zubat, I'm gonna change the body a little bit. How about that? It was sort of like smooth in the last one, but I'm gonna make this one like a bump here instead of like a one of those woo shapes. Woo instead of woo, it's woo wow. Well, now you know, Barmy. You can try to see if you have it and you'll send a pic on Discord. Yes, please feel free to. I'm curious. What's up, Mr. Andre? Nice to see you here. And thank you, Large, for the sweet compliment. I appreciate it. Thank you again to everybody who has double tapped that screen. Each like equals one person who enjoyed my stream. That's true, isn't it? How the doodle now, Etch? It hasn't been updated since I last worked on it on stream. Or I should say since I last showed it. Showed it. Oh boy. I know I own at least 500. I know I do. I've got at least 500 is a safe bet. Okay. I need to fix my setup because, like, I feel like you see me so much. Look at that. You're looking right up my nose. That's not good. I need to, like, be farther away from the Etch A Sketch. See, you still see, like, the brim. Yeah. Thanks, Barmy. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Oh, this song really takes me back. Oh, now I feel like I've got all the room I could ever need for the wings of Zubat. There we go. But yeah, I've had a very, very busy week. I've done a lot of cleaning. I bought some really, really cool lamps. Really cool lamps the other day when I was in Baltimore. They were $12. Did you know? What's up, Solaris? Nice to see you here. Hope all is well. Did you know that you can buy lamps for $12 still? I didn't. I didn't know it was possible to buy lamps for only $12. They came with the light bulbs too. And they are cool lamps, everyone. The only thing I don't like about them is that the lampshades are like crooked on both of them. And I tried to fix it and I'm afraid I'm gonna break them if I try too hard. Like, I think something is going on. So I've just placed them strategically in my living room where they're angled like symmetrically into the corner, even though it's not like, it's like an off-kilter. It kind of works for them, to be honest. They're like silly enough that maybe it's even more beneficial that they have off-kilter lampshades. They're so cool, everyone. What's up? You know, I'm just talking about my cool lamp. Yeah, lamps, bulbs, and shades for only $12. And they are cool lamps, everyone. I thought about buying more than two. I thought about buying more as gifts, but I don't have enough friends here locally. They are art. They are true art. In fact, I've got my phone. I'm going to share them on Discord right now. I've got pics. I've got proof. So, I just remembered I took pictures already. Because I showed them to Jesse. Alright, I'm sharing them in off topic. I do remember the weird spiky bulbs. Oh, that really is like a relic of another era. I miss those spiky bulbs. Alright, I'll show you all. Just making sure that these are... There we go. It's gonna show a picture of the lamp alone, and then a picture of the lamp lit up. And I've got two of them, everybody. I also hung up... Oh, I did so much in the living room. I hung up some wedding photos. So you'll see one of the wedding photos in the, They were $12. Can you all believe that? The pictures have been officially shared in the Discord. So if you're on the Discord, you can check them out there. Aren't they? They are so cool. It's all good, Solaris. It was worth... I mean, I screamed when I saw them. Like, you're supposed to be folding laundry. I am happy to be your background noise while you multitask fold laundry. They're very illuminating pictures. I saw that. Aren't they incredible lamps for literally only $12? And they remind me of Frida Kahlo as well. The flowers especially. And the beads, like, they're beautiful. And when they were only $12, I couldn't believe it, everyone. In fact, I took another picture of them. I think I took a picture of, like, the display. Yeah, you could see all the different ones they had. Look at the fun different colors they had, everyone. I was so tempted to buy the one on the left in the photo, and the one, I mean, I was tempted to buy all of them, but I couldn't justify bringing home like 6 lamps, you know? I know. This store that I went to, it is so cool. It's the store at this museum where I've taught workshops before. It's the coolest museum in Baltimore, in my opinion. And, yeah. These lamps, only $12. Like, they are so cool. The different colors are so fun. Feel free to let me know which one you would have bought, because I shared all 3 of the designs. Like, for 12, are you kidding me? Yeah, you've heard them right. It's so insane. I'm still, like, you have to understand, I was so excited about these lamps that I carried them with me for 6 hours after we went to the museum, because we went to like 20 other places by public transit. I carried them in a bag. The bag was ripping the whole trip. The whole time I'm like, I hope this bag doesn't rip. How do you become mod? Great question. If a moderator can share the ping, that tells you all about how to become a mod. I imagine your family being together at Christmas, all of them opening these. I seriously was thinking about it. I should send a photo to my mom and see if she wants one. Like, they're so cool. Admittedly, I do feel like I think they cast really cool shadows on the wall, but they don't, like, I feel like I should put, like, a different color light bulb inside, you know? Like, I should switch out the light bulb and make it, but, like, it uses a specific tinier thread, so you can't just buy, like, you know what I'm saying, everyone. Alright, we've got the shape of the second wing, and I'm actually trying to make it a little bigger to make it look a little more symmetrical. You'd probably choose the pink one. The pink one is very cute. It is very cute. The one with the pink base. The blue base on the left I was really tempted by, but I don't have any purple in my decor. You know? I just don't have any. I really thought about buying more. They're for $12. I thought they were going to be $30. $30 seems like a reasonable price for them. They're handmade. They're handmade in China. And I don't know where they get them. It's way too cheap for handmade. Way too cheap. Either way, I'm honored to have them as decor in my home. All right. Wings Mark II. I'm definitely drawing these wings differently than the last time, and I'm liking the new way. Lamps are very cool. Yeah. They're just so fun, and I don't use a lot of green, but I thought that it worked well with the rest of the colors in the lamp. You know, it's very rainbow-esque. Give it up for lamps. So that was a very exciting development in my life, acquiring those lamps. And the rest of my life, I'm never gonna forget. I like lamps. I'm never gonna forget they were only $12. There we go. Just like so. wonder if I could just, no, I don't want to do it that way. I still feel the headache, but it's not as prominent as it was before, which is good news. Oh yeah, this Zubat's coming along really well. I think it does help. I don't know if I'm dehydrated. I know I was dehydrated formerly. I've been pretty good. I've drank at least 3 of these today. But I might be playing catch up. The 2 greatest days of a lamp owner's life are the day they buy it and the day they give it away for free on Facebook Marketplace. Michael, speaking of that, I got another lamp that is so cool for free on Facebook Marketplace. It's the one that maybe I showed you all this one too. Wait, I have pictures of this one too, I believe. It's gonna take me longer to find them on my phone though. Just a moment. I'm looking for the pics. I know I can download them if I said, wait a minute. I think I deleted them from my phone in an effort to save space. What a fool I was. Little did I know. Little did I know that I would be coming back to the scene of the crime to show you all the beautiful free lamp I got on Facebook Marketplace. It's such a cool lamp. We have it on 24/7. It keeps the bottom of the house illuminated so we don't fall and die. Okay, 1 second. I know who I sent them to. Thanks, Joe. Hey! What's up, Joe Mama? Nice to see you here. This is Zubat. How's my day, buddy? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm working away on it. 1 second. Let me, pull up the pic quickly. I sent it. Yep. I sent 3 pictures because it's an undulating color lamp. Just you all wait. It can do every color. Mom? Everyone say hi, Mom. Okay. I'm sharing them on Discord. I don't know why I took the pictures during the day, but I keep it on during the day as well. And it is glorious, everyone. It is glorious. I'm very excited for you all to see. Is not that lamp cool as well? That one is an IKEA lamp. It's funny you said that earlier, Laura. Okay. We're working on completing Zubat. Isn't it an amazing lamp? I got it for free. It wasn't actually Facebook Marketplace. I'm in a Buy Nothing group on Facebook. How many other people here are in Buy Nothing groups? Highly recommend. Yeah, it is a cool lamp. And you could switch the color mode to be one single color, or mine just undulates in different colors. And highly recommend. I've wanted that lamp before, and it just popped up on Facebook Marketplace or on the Buy Nothing group, and I'm like, I need it now. And I picked something else up from them. I picked up like a net that I haven't installed yet because our walls are plaster, and I screwed up one of the walls, so that's fun. That'll be a cool problem to deal with. But yeah, we love lamps here. This is a safe space for all lamps. including lamp-based Pokemon. Alright, so now I'm going to draw the mouth. There we go. And I'm putting in the fangs. And there we go. And I think I'm gonna make Solaris is the lamp of all lamps. This is true. The sun is the greatest lamp of them all. Yeah, I think it's the lamp. The lamp. Alright, so we've got the shape of the mouth. Okay, I'm gonna look at the original reference photo I was looking at before, just to get a little inspo for how... Okay. I'm gonna make them a little bit shorter. Go. Yay! All right. And that concludes the drawing portion, and I'll show you what the old Zubat looked like. This is the old Zubat. See how I drew it too low on the screen? That's the old Zubat. And that's the new Zubat. See how I changed it up the wings a bit? Ta-da! I like Mark II. The deadliest lamp. This is true. You don't want to knock Solaris over. New Zubat, who dis? Bats in the chat for Zubat, please. Alright. And I'm just gonna wrap up some final details. So there's some shading in the mouth. Oh, there's a little detail in the ear. Ah, we love seeing those beautiful bats. I have an aunt whose initials are Bat, and she has a bat tattoo. Oh, yeah. Finishing up the mouth shadow. Gotta remember to breathe while I Etch A Sketch. In the detail phase, I think it's because I've been taking a few days off. You know, I was in Michigan, and then I had a friend come to visit, and I gotta get back into the swing of things, and I just, it's stressful. Aha! Good use of bats. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. This looks like a little baby Zubat. It's like a freshly hatched Zubat. And what's its calling? To flip out and get in every trainer's way while it's trying to walk through a cave. I'm sure it will do well on this journey. You have Etch A Sketch? That's cool, Christy. I have done a self-portrait. I don't know if I have one linked. You could try ! self-portrait in one word to see if it links, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah, I guess I don't. Alas. I'm surprised I didn't set one up. If somebody could ping me to, if a mod could send me a reminder to make that a ping. Maybe ! portrait? I'm not sure. But I have drawn myself. Well, I appreciate everyone trying. I guess that I don't have a ping set up. If you look up self-portrait Etch A Sketch on YouTube, I think it'll pull it up, though. Let me see. Here, I could hook you up. Well, I thought I could. 1 second. There it is. If a mod can do me a favor and include this link when mentioning the ping I need to make, that would be super helpful. But that's the video there. That link should take you where you need to go. Unfortunately, I don't think that ping will work. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little extra shading. I've done a lot of emojis, but I don't have any videos of it. Okay, and now it's just simple shading. I could do simple shading. I'm just gonna do your classic horizontal lines. There we go. 1 ear down. 2 wings and 1 ear to go. And then I'm probably gonna wrap things up after that. So for now, you know, I'm gonna switch to this screen because I don't think I want to take any more commissioned requests today. I'm trying to, like, ease my way back into the stream schedule. Now, I don't know if I'll be streaming this weekend, but ideally I'd like to be back up and at it on Monday. Hiccup. Alright. And the cleanup for the ear. Very clean. What a mouthful. Sure is. Hopefully that link worked, though. I need to do a better job of repurposing my stream content. I really need to do a better job, and I don't, because I don't have the motivation to do it. I have the motivation to stream. What's up, Flash? Hello, Flash. Oh my gosh, so good to see you here today. How you doing, Flash? Won't let us post the link on Discord. Oh. Curious. That's okay. Thanks for letting me know. I'll look up the link. It's no NBD. Very interesting, though. There we go. Mobile is not working. Huh. Very interesting. Thank you, Flash, for the awesome support. There we go. It's looking so nice. I'm so happy. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the wing cleanup. Blue Spirit here, Michael, he's aware of what I was up to the first half of today. I spent way too much of today on, Mercari, Japan. I was a little irresponsible today, everyone. I bought myself some Pokemon stuff from Japan. It's gonna take a few months probably for it to all get to me. I've gotta wait for it to all ship to the warehouse, and then I gotta ship the package from there. You know, it won't take a few months, probably like a month. Feel free to try to share it on, whatever channel you think is applicable, Solaris. Go for it. Michael and I were both irresponsible people today. It's just so tempting to buy all the good stuff from Japan when they charge 4 times as much to buy it in the US. The same exact thing. And right now I'm trying to talk myself out of considering buying $300 worth of Pokemon cards from Japan right now. I really shouldn't, everyone. I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. There we go. Hey! Some of it is an investment. I like that idea. It's an investment. It's an investment. I don't know if I'll ever resell any of it, but I'll save myself from paying more for it down the line. I got something really cool. We sure did. I got something really cool that I really wanted to get from Japan when they were released. Some of you might have seen them. The Pokemon Center came out with the actual Pokemon potions, like how they look in the video games and the trading card game. They made like little toy ones, and they're actual, I believe they're functional spray bottles, which is like what they're supposed to do in the anime, is like you spritz them on a Pokemon and it heals hit points. And I bought them direct from Japan because they're like 3 times the cost in the US. So dumb. And the US never gets the good stuff, so... yeah, I decided to treat myself. And I've been treating myself a lot lately because I just bought a bunch of stuff at the thrift store. And of course, the lamps. Let us not forget the amazing lamps. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Solaris. Nice to see you here. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in today. I know that my streaming's been all over the place lately. I know. And I really appreciate that you all try to show up whenever I stream, no matter how frequently, you know? It means a lot. Ah, the link doesn't go all the way to the short. Huh. Did it truncate the link? Is that the problem? Alas. Well, I appreciate you all trying. Just doing some final cleanup here. And the cleanup here. Just going over the wings. Gotta breathe, gotta breathe. And the final bits. I gotta do the same on the right side in a moment. Oh, this looks so good. I'm so happy with this little Zubat, everyone. Truncate. To truncate is to shorten something. If something got truncated, so I think I said in the context of it, the link might have gotten truncated, so it means like a part of it got cut off. I didn't even realize I used the word truncate. My bad. I like that. It's when an elephant has part of it as a snack. Alright, let's see how I can do here. Certain shapes are easier to draw in one direction on some Etch A Sketches than the other. So I feel like this wing is harder for me to Etch A Sketch than the left wing. It's right wing. Alright. Gosh, that was hard. One direction. I think this Zubat would look sick with a dark background, though. So I don't think I'm gonna call it just yet on completion of this drawing. Yeah, I think I want to shade, like, the whole background. Is that crazy? Is that craziness? I think I'm gonna use like squiggly shapes. I'm thinking for a moment. I think I'm just gonna go with classic. Not vertical. Let's see what squiggly shapes looks like here. Nope, doing horizontal lines. The squigglies aren't working very well. I'm doing horizontal. Alright, we're gonna give it a dark background. I think that'll look really good. Because, you know, it's a Zubat. Trying to clean the stylus. Alright, going over it a second time makes it a lot cleaner. There we go. This is gonna be sick. It is a different time here. Yes, it is 7:11 p.m. Oh, I am. I'm by the legs. Oh, he probably thought I was by the mouth because he saw the vertical axis. Alright, let me, before I forget, add a little... Etch A Sketch. There we go. Alright. Let's shade this guy. Whee! I don't mind that I'm going fast, because it doesn't need to be done super slow. There we go. And then everything will come back to the foreground when I do the final, when I do the final touch-ups at the end. So the whole exterior is gonna look a little fuzzy for a bit. Good night and good morning. Well, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. What time is it where you are, unless you're already gone? There we go. There we go. 3:13 in the morning. Oh, have a very good night. You must be somewhere in Europe. Whoa. Do you see that? What the? Do you see that? The left knob is turning on its own. Do you see that? There's a lot of resistance. That was... Oh, I felt it moving without me turning it. I'm like, huh. That's the stuff of horror movies for me. The knob that turned on its own. It's very minute. I'll see. I think it's only when I come down into this corner. Wow. It's very, like, microscopically. That was trippy, everybody. Oh, you've had top messages the whole time? I think I have that on my phone. For this stream, I think it's been pretty low-key, you know? Nothing crazy. I don't know if you've necessarily missed any messages just by seeing top chat. Whew. My left hand is tired. There we go. This top part is like the most absolutely monotonous part of the shading, just because it's like, well, that's where you just have to go the whole span of the screen. And I'm trying to do it in a way that's nice and dark and thorough. There we go. That's looking better now. And I'm shading the spot above the head. Oh my gosh, it's Friday night. Anyone got any weekend plans coming up? Finally saying goodbye to February. He is blind, yes. I think it's not... Is his evolution with eyeballs? That's got to be very jarring. To evolve and suddenly see. I feel like no. I don't think it's until Crobat that it gets eyes. But yeah, Zubat does not have eyes. Yep, he uses what, sonar? The big old ears. Okay, this area is dark now. People think real bats are blind, but they just use sonar for when they are in the dark. Bats can see otherwise. They do have cute eyes. I've seen their eyes before. I was talking to Jesse recently about bats. He and his wife went to the Mammoth Caves a while back and told me about how they picked a really good vantage point to look out in the evening and watch the bats leaving the cave. We have a lot of moderators here in the chat today. Did I ever see that documentary, The Blind Teenager Who was clicking to get around like sonar? I've heard of a few of some blind people who do that. It's something that, like, I guess certain blind people just, like, instinctively start doing. I did see a video about, like, an adult that was teaching other blind people to try that. It's a very cool to see. Well, I think that this Zubat is Pokedex worthy. You had a friend in high school who was born blind? Wow. I'm sure the world was a very different experience for your friend. A friend of mine growing up, their mom was becoming blind and had like they were legally blind, but I think it was macular degeneration, and so she was learning Braille because it was to help prepare her for, like, her next chapter of life. And apparently it's really hard for people who see to learn Braille because they subconsciously rely on sight. So it's a lot harder for people who can see than people who can't, because you don't, like, it's kind of like a crutch, you know? Your aunt went blind from MS? I didn't know that was a symptom of MS. Wow. That's sad to hear. It is a bat. Woo! Holy bat! That was a big building, wasn't it, Mom? That's so... wow. That's funny. I can understand his mom being surprised about that. The background is coming along, though. Thank you, Josiah. How do you say your name? Feel free to let me know. Oh, when did I just miss that call? Oh, I missed a call from Kyle, which means he's on his way home. It's quite rare. She had an aggressive form. Aw. That is unfortunate to hear. Yeah, this is Mark II of the Zubat. It's based loosely on a Pokemon card illustration, but mostly, I tried to do a little more artistic license for it. And I'm very pleased with how this one's turning out so far. It's cool because you get to see the stylus really clearly in this one, because it's scraping off so much of the powder. It's actually more of a challenge when I shade all the way to the edge of the subject, because now I'm gonna have to do a cleanup where I go around the perimeter of the thing again to like let it pop out, you know? She took up pottery after and was amazing at it. That's awesome. That is so awesome. So yeah, I started drawing on an Etch A Sketch when I was around 4, and I never stopped. It's been my full-time career for the last 8.5 years? Going on 9 this June. Pretty crazy, huh? I want to do something different here. I want to get that little bit. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Are there more than one? Are you also Hosea Waving World? It's you. Oh my gosh. Wow. What a small world. That's so funny. Well, welcome to both of you. I assume that you were both just scrolling YouTube and decided to pop in. Always nice to see when people stumble upon my stream. It used to be much more common, but I think there's a lot more streamers now on YouTube. Do you all see a lot of people streaming here on YouTube now? Is there a lot of options for YouTube entertainment? It is a nice name. I knew someone named Isaiah. I think so. I think so, Serena. You're a subscriber here if you don't check the live streams much. Don't even watch live streams, really, even? Well, I'm glad to hear that you're a subscriber. I like hosting these little streams. If you're enjoying what you see and want to tune into future streams, always feel free to join my Discord, ! Discord. About halfway done with the background. I might actually stop it around this point if Kyle's on his way home. Let me see where he was calling from. Oh, I appreciate that you subscribed and make sure you didn't lose me. I appreciate that so much. Here, I'll finish this half of the background, and then I might save the other half of the background for the next stream. Gives me something to do on the next stream, you know? And who knows, it could be this weekend. It's more likely to be Monday, though. But as I've said before, and I'm happy to say again, if you join my Discord, I always ping when I go live. So if you just keep those pings on, then you'll be notified about the next times I go live. There we go. And finishing up the background, finishing up the background. See how clear the stylus is on the inside right now? It's rare to see it that visible. I feel like I could probably make a really boring living by just hosting live streams where I fill the screen on an Etch A Sketch. On rare occasion I do, not an evil god, and that occasion might be less rare in the future with the direction of how things have been with my streaming on social media lately. So, !Twitch, if you'd like a link to that. I predominantly only do gaming there, but I've been known to occasionally do some art streams there too. Yeah, that link should pull it up. I'm surprised. I swore I had a link for that. !Linktree will pull up the links from there. I'm really surprised. Thanks, Michael. Does that link work? I know, sometimes the links are unclickable for some people, but not others, and we think it might be an Android versus iPhone thing. I'm not sure, though, but we knew that it was too good to last. Like, I don't know, I'm frankly surprised that YouTube has allowed people to use clickable links for this long. Alright, I'm gonna park the stylus here for now. Doing a little bit more so it's not in a precarious position. There we go. Well, it works for some people in the YouTube chat, but not everyone. So if you go to my main page, Not a Evil God, if you go to my like contact bio info on YouTube, you'll find the link tree, and from there you can find the Twitch. It might even be a drop-down link as well. Sorry for having to jump through all those hoops. I'm the same username there, Princess Etch. So if you search for that, you'll find me there. I only have like 300 followers or something on Twitch, but it's a place that I am occasionally known to peruse. And here I am doing more shading than I should be. I know Kyle's on his way home from work, so I'm going to flip the camera around and say some final words, everyone. Alrighty, let's put the hood back on. Well, I certainly feel most certainly welcomed in my time back. I sincerely appreciate all the time those of you who've been able to stick around have spent with me today. I will say some final words about, I don't know, I've been really off lately, and I think, you know, part of it is just, for sure, Laura, thank you. I feel like, I don't know, this is going to be a brief moment where I just kind of like share some thoughts. I think this time of year is hard for so many people for so many reasons, and, January and February, just winter time, beginning of the year, it's always super hard for me. And I think part of it is because January 1st, there's this like global expectation that we're all supposed to start these New Year's resolutions. We're all supposed to start the year with a plan, with an idea of what we're going to accomplish, with a big goal in mind. And every January 1st, it's like an annual reminder to myself that like I don't have the motivation or the self-discipline or the gumption to fulfill these goals. It feels like every time I like make a lackluster attempt to make a goal and then it just like flops, and all it does is discourage me and make me feel like crap and unaccomplished and frustrated and angry and self-loathing and like all of these negative things. And then I just carry that weight of all of these negative emotions for like 3 months of the year, because it's like the weather is crap, there's no sun in the sky, there's no and like the motivation to create in the way that like I'm supposed to be for my work in a way just like isn't there. Thank you for the sweet words, Miss Abigail. You came in at a weird time, I suppose. But like it's just, I don't know, it's a really hard time of year for me. And Oh, well, welcome, Sparky. If you ever want to be notified, you can always join the Discord when I start the streams. But I've been live for about an hour and a half now. I'm sharing some final thoughts now. But I just, yeah. And then with my streams, I'll have my highs and then I'll have my my peaks and valleys, And I think what's so frustrating about the streams for me as of recent is that I can't really get a vibe for the baseline anymore. Like I used to have a baseline of like 200 here on YouTube, and then it became like 50, and now it's like 20. And that's fine. I'm okay with 20, but I just like want it to be consistent. And I feel like nothing about streaming for me for the last few years has been consistent in a lot of ways. And a lot of that is my fault because I need to keep a consistent schedule. But like in my defense, I actually have been historically for major chunks of time pretty consistent. So it's got me really questioning a lot of things, like what I need to do different. Do I need to reinvent the wheel again? So many questions, Do I need to be more intentional about an itinerary of what I do on stream? Do I need to put on a better show? I'm sure that's a big part of it, but I think the core of it, to be incredibly blunt, is that the love for pushing that just isn't there for me right now. Not to say like I don't like streaming. That's not it, because I genuinely do. But like there's a book I've been reading, and I might have talked about this, I'm not sure. But I'm reading a book by Ali Wong right now. She's a fantastic comedian if you've never seen her stuff. She's pretty raunchy. She's great. Definitely for adult ears. But I'm reading one of her books, and she talks about how as a comedian, as a stand-up, you have to love bombing. Not love bombing, the concept of love bombing. You have to love flopping, essentially. And she talks about how sometimes if she hosts a set and the audience goes wild, she almost feels like it was too easy. Like she craves the challenge. And I was talking to Kyle about this. I was talking about how she loves having a bad set because there's a lot to learn from it. And I think what makes it hard when I read that is recognizing that when she has a bad set, when she bombs, and I don't know if she does that so much anymore, but she had plenty of bombs on her journey to stardom. She's dealing with real people, and she's dealing with like real life scenarios where she's performing in front of an audience of real humans. Whereas like I feel like with live streams, I'm performing for an algorithm, and it's an algorithm. It's robots. It is data driven. What determines the success of my performance? It's algorithms that determine how many people see my streams. It's algorithms that determine how many people come into my stream or how many people get notified about going live or all of those things. Like it's algorithms more than humans. And when I'm performing on a live stream, I don't get the real-time feedback except a chat, which definitely helps. So it's just these are some of the things I've been going through my mind lately, and I'm definitely been doing a lot of thinking lately, and it's one of those things where I've always, I'm not saying I'm quitting or anything like that, but like I do think maybe in this time of year it is actually healthier for me to like take a bit of a step back, and it's kinder to myself to not subject myself to the constant comparison that comes from this little rectangle right here, Like, it's kinder to myself to not doom scroll. It's kinder to myself to unplug myself from all the negative comparisons I'm constantly making about myself. and the quality of the inconsistent content that I've been creating, and looking at many of my peers and contemporaries and friends and seeing how much better their metrics are going. I'm certainly deep into a flop era right now, and I recognize that. And on previous occasions when I've been in this flop era, I've had more motivation to push through it, to get past the wave, to crest the wave and go on to the next thing, and just keep chiseling away till the next viral video. But it's weird because I've been doing this for 17 years and I don't have that same motivation, that same gumption, that same hunger that I had before. And I still love making art. I still love drawing on an Etch A Sketch. I still want to complete my Pokedex. But I think, like, I'm seriously considering, once again, and it's always this time of year that I consider it because it's always the low season for me. I'm seriously considering, once again, just looking for some kind of 9-to-5 and letting this become the backseat, letting it become the back burner where there's no pressure on it anymore, where I don't feel like my job depends on the success of the performance of my streams, or the success of the performance of my videos, or the success of the performance of my Etsy shop, you know? And in the past, I would think those lines of thought, and they would, like, push me instantly to tears. It would feel like failure. It would feel like shame. It would feel like throwing in the towel in defeat, going out with a whimper, you know? But lately, for me, it's frankly felt a little more like the kind thing to do to myself, but also a bit more like what I think I want to do. Not like getting a job, although what I'm not doing is a job. But it's not like it's going to be easier. It comes with all of its own unique struggles. And I don't want to stop doing this, or art, or content creation. But lately, I have really been feeling like I've been subconsciously taking a step back from it, even temporarily, even if it's just a sabbatical for a while. And I've kind of gotten past the phase of feeling FOMO, feeling stressed about not posting, feeling compulsion to keep a cadence, to keep a posting consistency. And now it's like I can hardly be bothered to repost stuff now. I don't know the last time I've reposted an old video on my other platforms, you know? I don't know the last time I repost pictures occasionally, but, like, I don't know. Like, the desire isn't where it used to be for me. At least in those regards. I used to hunger to grow on the platforms. I used to hunger to get my numbers higher, and lately I just haven't had the hunger at all. And that could be, I'm sure every experienced YouTuber who's gone through a drought that's lasted over a year or something would tell me, like, oh, well, that's the only real failure. I'm in groups where other artists say that, but, like, I'm, like, okay with that. If that means failure, then, like, fine. I'd rather have fun doing this than flagellate myself every time something flops. That's not fun. It's just torture. It's just being cruel to myself, to subject myself again and again. So that's a very kind of dark way to share some final thoughts. I'm still processing a lot of how I feel. Like, nothing is really finalized. I haven't made any specific final calls, but like, I do feel increasingly like maybe this upcoming anniversary could be... What's up? I hear a shiny Kyle behind me. What?
I didn't realize. You were sitting there.
Yeah.
I thought you would be sitting over here.
I'm on stream. What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. I'm on stream. So, yeah, I was wrapping up the stream and just talking about how I haven't really had the desire to post online for like at least 2 months now.
Right.
Yeah.
Tough
And
conversation.
huh?
It's a tough conversation.
Yeah. And right now, I mean, it's a very privileged audience. I don't know if this will be archived for anyone but my nobility. We've got 14 people in the room right now. And, you know, I talked about how, like, I think with TikTok live just exploding, you know, everyone, it's like a new gold rush. People are looking to repopulate all the other platforms, and
TikTok live is exploding.
they're doing a thing right now where if you don't meet quality standards, then TikTok will withhold 20% of your revenue from you. They just won't pay it out to you.
Wow.
Which is, I mean, whatever. We got 14 people. It's messed up, I'll say that.
What is quality standards?
Well, if you don't violate their community guidelines. And guess what? They have auto moderation that's really broken.
Nice. Okay.
So it's really, really bad for people at TikTok Live. People who are genuinely trying to create quality content. Turns out trolls now have the power to collectively withhold 20% of your revenue.
Right.
So the Tic Tacs, yes.
You're referencing the period when you get banned on TikTok.
Yeah.
Over and over again. Yeah.
So a lot of people who've been diehard TikTok fanatics who were ride or die for TikTok Live, they saw that change, and I don't know hardly anyone who even wants to stream on TikTok anymore after that change. That's so scary. The idea that they could just unilaterally decide to withhold 20% of your paycheck because of a decision that is irrevocable and usually impossible to arbitrate, because we all know how it is trying to get an app to fix a problem. So...
Or even like, right, if you submit a ticket, you know, you'll have a bot that looks at your ticket, and then it'll say, oh yeah, you violated community guidelines. We will no longer respond to this message thread. We consider this case closed. Or something like
Yep.
Like, it's basically like there was no point in opening a ticket in the first place.
And I think the most infuriating part of that type of like process is usually you'll submit your ticket after spending 40 minutes providing documented evidence, sending screenshots, sending a detailed synopsis of what occurred, doing everything in your power to like state your case, and then you'll get a response to that 30 seconds after you submit, and it'll start with "after careful consideration."
Right.
Like that's just the indignities of being a content creator on the internet. Like, it's one thing when this is what happened to me when I had a Depop account, and thank God I was doing it just as a hobby, you know? But it was one thing when my Depop account got nuked without my consent out of the blue, and it was that unilateral, this is an irrevocable decision, we will not arbitrate it further, this case is closed. It's one thing when that happens, but it's another thing when people run Depop shops that are their primary source of sustenance Like, it's another thing when people, half their paychecks come from TikTok, or when their account gets randomly nuked and you had 75,000 followers there and now you just have to start from scratch. Like it is really, really precarious to be a content creator on the internet. One day my Etsy could just explode. It could just decide to, like, I don't know, I could have violated some guideline on Etsy that I don't know about, and there goes 12 years. Like, it's not in my control. None of this is in my control. I can't control how many people tune into my streams. I can't control how many people view my videos. I can't control who subscribes. I can't control who is notified about when a video is uploaded. I can't control how many people see my posts on their feed because the algorithm determines that. There's just so many things I've for the last 8 years been ceding control to, and I like control. I'm obsessed with control, and I've ceded so much of it for the last 8 years with the way that I do social media, and yeah, see, that sucks, Alora. That sucks. And that's exactly it, right? Like, it sucks when, like, you're not breaking the rules. And then there's so many people that get away with breaking the rules. We've all seen the accounts on TikTok that literally just post movie snippets and grow like 100,000 followers and manage to monetize. Like, it's very disheartening. Also, side note, I notice a lot of you have a red badge now. I just noticed that. I think that means you hit the 6 month or maybe the 1 year mark. I just noticed that. All of your badges are red now. I didn't realize until just now. So that means you all hit a badge anniversary. Thanks, Voxel, for tuning in. I'm doing okay. I'm going through it. I'm doing okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I can't control who sees what and all those things. So I've just, this time of year is already, like, really hard for me, and just on top of that, feeling like very demotivated. It's a 12 month membership, so that means you all have been for a whole year. You all have a red badge now for 1 year. That's awesome. That makes me happy. Thank you, Cosmic. I appreciate it. It's actually a onesie. It's the whole ordeal. Check out this purse, Kyle, that Avalon, I don't think Avalon's here anymore, but Avalon sent me this purse in the mail.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's a whole Pokemon purse. It's very sweet. Yeah. It's going to be my new main purse. I've been looking for a purse of this size for a while, so this is perfect.
That is great.
So,
I like the color palette on it and everything.
Me too. It matches a lot of my rainbow stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, with all of those things said, like, I can talk statistics. I can talk statistics and all those things. But, like, at some point, the algorithm brought all of you to me. So the algorithm giveth and the algorithm taketh away. But you all chose to stick around. You all, many of you here right now, join the Discord. Keep the everyone pings on, which, if that's not a love language, I don't know what is. And you stick around and you watch my stream. So for that, I will always be grateful. It's far from the end of streams, but I do see a potential near future where I'm pulling back a bit, and, like, just doing streams I really want to do. Like, the guest-a-thons can be fun, but, like, they haven't been lately. So, stuff like that. I want to make sure I'm having fun, which is why I'm doing my passion project video on the side. Has nothing to do with Etch A Sketch, as many of you know. It's my slam piece. It's my magnum opus. I've got 26 note cards sitting to the left of Kyle, full of scripted notes that will be a part of this. I've been chipping away at it here and there. I've got, I think, 58 pieces of evidence that I physically printed out and cut apart. And Kyle's now looking at the evidence right now, and he's getting some good smiles. So I think it will be a good video. I'm genuinely excited about that. I was talking to Jesse about it, and I used the term passion project. when describing it. And Jesse said it's the first time he's heard me use that term in like a decade. So that's probably a good sign. That I should switch things up a little bit, not get in a rut, and take some risks and change things. So, all right, everyone, I'm gonna go help Kyle make some dinner. Please pass our messages on to Doctor. Kyle sees them. There's 2 monitors on. He's reading them. Kyle is aware that Alora hopes that you're doing well, but Michael wants to make sure that you please accept his love as well.
I do, but I apologize that we haven't been playing Terraria.
Kyle just apologized. I don't know what you can and can't hear from Kyle, but Kyle just apologized that we haven't been playing Terraria lately. I'd like to get back into it, maybe a little this weekend. We're having a chill weekend. I think we both need a chill weekend. Hopefully you'll have both Saturday and Sunday off.
I think so.
Yay! That's good. Oh, Alora said we can hear. That's okay. I forgive him. As we all should. All right. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day or night wherever you happen to be in the world. And as always, each and every one of you could be anywhere on the internet. It is the World Wide Web after all, and you have chosen to spend this time with me, which I genuinely never want to take for granted. I could talk about algorithms and numbers all night long, but you all represent real people. You're not just numbers on a screen. So I appreciate the time you chose to spend with me, and I am going to go sign out and make some shrimp scampi, or discuss with Kyle if he has an emergency. I don't want to do shrimp scampi, but I kind of hoping it's shrimp scampi. Okay, bye now.